Mark Ogden joining me now for ESPN FC. And there is an article on ESPN.com about the most clutch goal scorers in football. Clutch is a word they use so often in the USA. It is the perfect word to describe those who come up in the biggest moments, the most important moments, those who are really effective when you need them to be. So with that in mind, Mark, is there anyone that stands out for you that's a clutch goal scorer?
Well, I mean, I was thinking about this, and they go back over the years, don't they? There's certain players that always deliver. I mean, if you're talking about right now, you talk about someone like Zlatan or Edinson Cavani's had a great start at Man United. These are the kind of strikers that will always deliver. You 10 minutes to go in a game, you're looking for somebody to make an impact, and those are the sort of strikers you go for. But going back over the last few years in the Premier League, the first one that springs to mind is Ruud van Nistelrooy, who had a fantastic time at Man United. I think he starts 150 goals in 219 games, which is an amazing return. His time at United didn't really coincide with their great period. They weren't winning Champions Leagues at the time, and I think they may have won one Premier League. But Van Nistelrooy was just an awesome goal scorer. I think his record tends to be overlooked for some reason. Maybe it's because United weren't the great team at the time, and Thierry Henry was around at the time. Didier Drogba came along, but Van Nistelrooy was an outstanding striker. And I think go back beyond that. If you go back to the 90s, Robbie Fowler was just an amazing striker for Liverpool. Unfortunate that injuries got in the way at times. The bad knee injury, and he really struggled. But if people now want to look back at Robbie Fowler's young days, he scored goal after goal after goal from any position. He scored a hat-trick against Arsenal once in about 5 minutes. So Fowler for me was always a striker that would deliver a goal. And I think you're talking on the global scale. I think Ronaldo, the original Ronaldo, the Brazilian Ronaldo, who wherever he played, look at his CV: Brazil, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Inter Milan. He scored wherever he went, and he was just an awesome and amazing goal scorer. Look at his World Cup record. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's funny when you brought up Ruud van Nistelrooy, actually, because he definitely was appreciated at Real Madrid. And I was working there at the time when he was, and he quickly earned the nickname of Killer. And I don't know how you used to feel watching him, Mark, but it was like if the ball came to him, he's one of those players where you're like, okay, that's definitely a goal. He's going to score it.
Absolutely. He was one of those players that you could at times think he was a little bit greedy, because whenever Ruud got the ball in the opposition half, not in the penalty box, in the half, that was it. He was going for goal. And more often than not, he would score. And I think the reason why he was phased out at United was because they became too reliant on his goals. He scored all the goals. So whenever he was injured or off form, that United didn't have a goal scorer. So Sir Alex Ferguson found a way to build a team without Van Nistelrooy. And it kind of ended quite badly at United. But let's be honest, when Van Nistelrooy went, a certain Cristiano Ronaldo came to the fore and Wayne Rooney. So you could say that Sir Alex had a decent kind of idea of the future. So Ronaldo and Rooney came ahead of Van Nistelrooy. So that shows you how great a player he was, that he needed two sensational young players to replace him.
I suppose as well, it's what makes the greats right now in recent times so great, in the fact that Lionel Messi and, as you just mentioned, Cristiano Ronaldo, not only did they keep doing it and they continue to stay fit for the most part and they continue to be at the height of their game, they also continue to score in these big games. You used to always see them scoring in Clásicos as well. Another player that stood out, though, that I thought might come up and probably will be mentioned in the piece, maybe, is Sergio Ramos for Real Madrid. That's crazy, isn't it? When you think of somebody, obviously it's a captain, but it's a defender who can come up in those moments and just do that for the team.
Yeah, and he scores big goals, doesn't it? In the game they call them heavy goals that really, really matter. That late goals, winning goals, match-saving goals, and Ramos was always there for that. And I think you're right to mention Ronaldo and Messi. I think in that one, I think Ronaldo just edges Messi, because I've seen a couple of times with Messi hasn't delivered. We can talk about the game at Anfield in the Champions League, the game in Rome, when Messi just needed to deliver a goal, didn't quite do it. Those are the games that Ronaldo always delivers in. So I think in that respect, you have to say that Ronaldo just has the edge on Messi. And if we're talking modern players, Mo Salah always delivers for Liverpool. He's a player that they can always rely on. Sergio Aguero, maybe coming towards the end of his career now, but again, what a great player. And he scored the ultimate clutch goal, didn't he, in that 2012 decider against QPR, 93 minutes and 20 seconds, I think it was. You don't get a better goal than that to win the Premier League title. So Aguero has to be on that list as well.
Yeah, and I'm sure everybody watching has got their own opinion and they have their own clutch goal scorer in mind. But it's a great piece. Make sure you go and check it out on ESPN.com.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.